Precisely.
It's chapstick.
You do? I have some. I have some Daddy Chap. You want that?
Oh, you just gave me some.
Oh yeah, I did. But Daddy Chap. Daddy Chap is really great. We love Daddy Chap. Good stuff.
Like this kind. This is good stuff.
It is?
EOS one?
Yeah. Yes. I love it. I love it. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
My name is Sarah.
My name is Rachel.
And we are here doing all things embossed.
We are here joining you live.
Absolutely. How was your weekend?
You know, it was a weekend. It was great. It was very uneventful. Didn't do a whole lot.
I'm so glad.
Watched a bunch of crappy Hallmark movies. And sat around with the cat. Did some laundry.
That's the best.
How was yours?
It was good. It was eventful. I had to go down to Salt Lake a couple times and, do all kinds of things. But it was good. I had an enjoyable time.
I'm so glad.
Absolutely. We saw Moulin Rouge, and that was great.
Was it amazing?
I actually cried. Yeah.
I love Moulin Rouge.
Come on. That was just, it was very good. Yep.
Oh.
Okay, everybody. We're going to get right into doing embossed nails. So embossed nails meaning 3D or sweater nails or things like that.
Yeah.
Now, there are lots of different kinds of sweater nails that you can do. You can do it with sugaring with glitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it with gel art powder. You can do it underneath and make it look 3D by using a lighter color than the gel polish that you've chosen, and then put a shiny top coat over top. You can do all different kinds of designs. So we are just going to be showing you a couple that we have come up with. The main things that you need for doing traditional, that would be the traditional sweater nails where it has that texture and that you're using a matte top coat underneath and then it looks matte on top, would be that you need a fantastic matte top coat, which Ugly Duckling Matte is a brilliant one. Now this one does have an inhibition layer, so after you cure for 60 seconds, you do need to wipe it off, and then you would go in with your design. Then once you place your design on, before you cure it, you would put on some gel art powder. Gel art powder is so nice. It's like so fine.
So fine.
You can see even on the lip over here how fine it is. It is like the finest texture.
Can you say it's like triple sifted?
Triple sifted, triple sifted acrylic powder is what it is. And so you can use any, but this is going to give you that really satiny feel to your finished product. So it's just such a fantastic product to have. And a lot of people got this during the Black Friday sale, which means that they are ready to start the season.
Way to go, guys.
So, are you ready with your design, or would you like me to go first?
You're welcome to go first.
Okay.
I went first last time.
Here we go. So the first design that I'm going to do is going to be more traditional, and it's going to be using Luxio Dauntless as my background color. Dauntless feels like not a wintry color, but I think it can be. It's definitely, I would consider it a fall color.
Yeah.
But the design that I just saw, I'm like, ooh, actually, I could get behind that for wintertime as well.
I feel like it depends on what you pair it with.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it really can be a year-round color. As somebody who would wear this year-round,
Rachel would wear it in the spring even.
I wear it spring, summer, fall, winter, whatever.
Yep. So I'm just going to put on a generous amount. That way I only have to do one coat. But on clients, of course, we would do 2 coats. Now it's starting to pull to the side, so I'm just going to hold it upside down for a second so that all of that gel can come back to the middle and I won't have wide sides.
We don't want wide sides in here.
Nope, none of that. So I'm going to give that a full 30-second cure.
Emily Whitaker says you two are the cutest. Thanks.
Hi, Emily. How are you? How was your weekend? And thank you.
And Sheridan Walker says my favorite time of the week.
Thanks for joining us. I'm so glad that you are here.
Sheridan Walker also asked, does the powder have sparkle in it?
This does not.
No.
This is fully matte. You can see there is no shimmer at all. This is fully matte, 100% matte.
If there is sparkle, it is accidental.
You could mix this with sparkle if you wanted, like a glitter, and then that would give you a shimmer and still give you that really matte finish with the shimmer in it. So you could do that, but all right, 30 seconds has gone by, which means we are ready. So I am going to be putting a matte top coat on this. So the first thing I need to do is remove the inhibition layer. We remove the inhibition layer because we do not want the tacky layer to settle inside of our top coat. Have you ever had streaky top coat and you're like, why is there shiny parts in this?
Yes.
It could be because you put your matte top coat directly onto an inhibition layer, which means it's grabbing it, and then that tacky layer settles in your inhibition layer, into your matte top coat, and then in the end, you'll have streaks in it.
Yeah.
So Rachel just gave this a really good stir for me, which was very nice. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
And I'm going to paint this on. I'm going to give it its full 60-second cure. And then I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what you come up with.
I'm very excited. It's actually, I'm just doing traditional. I'm doing traditional. However, I am doing just a more fun design. I was going to say funner, but funner is not a word. And so,
but you know,
I stopped myself.
Good for you for knowing the English language well enough
to
know that that's not a word.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I am just going to be mixing a color. This color doesn't match Dauntless. This is just Gel Play Yellow. So instead, our Gel Play Yellow is a little bit old, so it's a little bit stringy. Usually it would not be this way. But Gel Play lasts basically forever, so we don't like to get new unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, you just mix up the jar.
You just mix it up and it's fine. All right, so we have lots of yellow. And then, because Dauntless is a little bit more warm, I'm going to add in a little bit of Nude. And Rachel is actually a master colorer person, so hopefully if I'm doing something wrong, she'll be like, I wouldn't do that.
This, I would add orange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to add just the tiniest bit of Nude to this. And then Rachel is saying that instead of adding brown, which I can see that would make it actually darker, and I don't want to go darker.
Yeah.
I just want it to be warmer. I'm going to add a hint of orange.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're adding in this type of a color, we're going to add in literally the tiniest bit to begin with. And then we're going to just start mixing this all together.
It's like when you add red to something, it's like you really have to add like the tiniest fraction of red, or else it will overwhelm all
the
of the
entire
rest of the colors you're using.
Okay, so now what do I do?
Well, you see how close you are, and you are pretty damn close. So I would say you could add. I don't even think you need to add anything. Like, see how close that is?
Wow.
Way to go, bud.
Thank you.
On the first try.
I love it. I love it. And just one more reason why I love Gel Play is because I love mixing the medium together, and I love that it stays where it's put. All right, so I'm taking off my inhibition layer because we are going to be putting the gel art powder on top of this, and we don't want any kind of shiny or tackiness in the background. So I made sure to remove that really, really well. And now I'm going to go in with just a really fun design. If you are new to sweater nails, the same rules apply, but if you have been around for a while in the nail industry, you have done sweater nails. So I was thinking, well, maybe we just need to have a new design.
Yeah.
One that we haven't seen or done before, possibly.
Sure.
So I am going to be doing swirls like this. And the trick with sweater nails is that we want to have enough product for the gel art powder to adhere to. So we don't want this to be super thin, but I also don't want it to be super tall because my clients might not like a lot of texture. And so I just need that happy medium. So when we are putting our product on, just remember that although we're always going for like a thin application, we don't want to waste product.
Right.
We also need enough for the product to adhere to.
Yeah.
Resistance for that part.
Sheridan Walker asks, what do the two of you want Santa to bring you?
Oh man.
I would like financial stability.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a good one. I would like a trip. I would like a vacation.
You're going on vacation.
I am.
When are you going?
I am going next July.
So you got a minute.
So I would like one maybe sooner.
Okay. Where would you want to go? Don't say Disneyland.
Yes. No, it could be anywhere. It could
literally be Yellowstone.
Yeah, sure. It could be Disneyland. It could be
Lansing, Michigan.
Yep.
No offense if you're in Lansing, Michigan. I have a friend who's served a mission there.
And that's just not a destination?
Not in the winter. No, absolutely not.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like the pictures that Ioana had shown us of Romania in the winter, where the entire town is frozen. It's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, sorry.
So you can see that my design is kind of going off to the side. That's okay.
That's all right.
Allow it to happen. Like, as if you were crocheting a design. Like, just allow it to happen. Now, I'm not a crocheter. Maybe people know how to fix that, but I'm in it.
It's all right. It's unique and it's different, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. Because over here, I can just carry the design on, and then to the side of it, I can put the dots. So don't fret if you're like, oh my gosh, now we have a curved design. It's okay.
Well, guess what? When you're wearing a sweater, it's not always like perfectly symmetrical and all going in one direction. Like, there are, lines and ripples and patterns that, follow the curves of a person's body.
Absolutely.
So, like, this is just like that. It's just like more organic.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I could do here is I could do hash marks going inward, and I could make my design go sideways. I could put hash marks over here. I could go in with dots. I could go in with the crisscrosses and kind of make them to where this pattern was cutting in between. Mm-hmm. So what I'm trying to get at is that if your design isn't quite turning out how you see it, take a step back, look back, pull it away from you so that you can see exactly what's happening and where the composition of the art is going, and then make a new plan. Yeah. You don't have to remove it. Don't give up your time.
Yeah.
Time really is money. And I know that some people are against that idea, but it really is true. And in a case like this,
in this industry, and you have chosen a career where literally every second of your time is
it matters. You can't start over. You will have wasted 5 minutes.
And you'll have wasted product.
And then you'll be late for your next client.
Yeah.
Like, it is an issue.
Yeah.
So instead, just take a look back and say, okay, how can I reimagine this design?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the crisscrosses.
Sheridan says it's so smart to use gel play for this since it doesn't move.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
move.
It's a good idea.
Like the tiniest bit. Yeah. That doesn't bother me. That was good. I was just good.
It is one of those things where, especially when I was first being a nail tech, and I wasn't very fast, and I didn't know how to manipulate the products that I was using, it would stress me out if the product moved.
Yeah.
And so once I found gel play, oh my gosh, I was like, oh, great. Because like this isn't moving.
Yeah.
And as long as I don't touch it,
then it's
or
fine.
my client doesn't bump it, then it will just stay exactly where I put it, which is what I want to happen. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
I mean, I still have those days where I'm like, oh, it's moving, and then I hate this so much.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, how comfortable you are with the product. Sometimes you have one of those days.
Yep.
Where it just is like so frustrating. So to have a product like this that like does not move and is so user friendly and so versatile, just all around, just a beautiful product to use. Like, it's just so nice to work with.
I mean, the only thing that I would say is that as your gel play ages, it gets a little bit stringy like ours is today.
Yeah.
That's okay. You just slow down just a little bit, allow the string to come back into the gel product, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Now, I could go through and put little dots in between here.
Ooh.
Just to, help it have a better design, a design feel.
Sure.
Rather than just being X's and swirls.
Yeah, just kind of like filling some space.
Yep, filling some space and giving it some sort of movement.
Yeah.
So once we have your design, even if it didn't turn out the way you wanted, I wanted it to go straight, but that's okay. We're rolling with it. Then before you cure, you're going to go in with your gel art powder. And once again, Rachel, you smart girl. The best is to have a scoop. A clean
scoop.
pusher that is meant just for this.
Because we do not want to contaminate. Oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
Contaminate our entire jar of
You don't want to stick your client's hand in there? Nope. Nothing like that. So we're just going to cover that, and then we're going to give that a full 30-second cure, and this design will be done. Be careful. Thank you. Be very careful so you do not mess up the design as you go in. Okay, perfect. Design 1, check.
Uno, done.
Curves down. She needs to.
Okay.
file that.
Design 2.
Design 2.
Yes,
Ready to go.
Under
I am going to get out of my comfort zone a little bit because guess what we're going to use today? We're going to use crystals.
Wow.
Yeah, because we have all of these beautiful ugly duckling crystals that we don't get to use very often since I don't have a whole lot of clients that like a crystal texture. So we're going to play with them now.
I love it.
Of course, the 2 mils that
But I don't know what I want to use. That's the problem, is that there's far too many options. I think I might want these white opal ones. They're just like a beautiful, like a, I don't know, just a white opal.
They are opaly. Mm-hmm.
They're so
gorgeous.
Pretty. It's either that or these, the Aurora Borealis ones that are this like holographic, iridescent.
You can never go wrong with the ABs.
Iridescent, not holographic, but they're like that iridescent baby shiny. I think I'm just gonna stick with the
opals. So really quickly before she starts her design, after you have cured for a full 30 seconds, you're going to go through and just take off the dust. Now mine has
chrome in it.
Has chrome from our previous live, but that's okay. It just adds to the shimmer and shine, right? So hopefully your duster wouldn't have chrome in it, and then you would just dust it off, and then your client would be ready to go. So come up with all different kinds of designs. Practice designs before it becomes sweater season in your salon.
Yeah. Okay, I already went through all of the essential parts of this. I just have my 2 layers of color. I use Ugly Duckling 118. It is just this beautiful kind of, it's like a fall brown, or oh my gosh, a fall green. I really am having a stroke.
Are you okay? You're making me nervous.
Oh my gosh, guys. It's this like fall kind of camo-y green. And I have already top coated with Shine On. Don't mind my hideous bottle. This is just the salon one that I use, and it's for life. So I have no inhibition layer. It's fully cured. It's shiny. It's beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our Align It white, and we're going to draw some snowflakes on top of this. I could do these textured and do them like that effect that Sarah just did with the gel art powder, but I think I just want to have just a shiny snowflake on top of this, so I am going to just start drawing.
Okay, wait. Show me one more time.
And I want this one to kind of look like it's going off the nail. Oi. Oi. Your light's gonna cure my stuff.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm sorry. So it doesn't have to be crazy close. Don't think of it that way. Because your camera angle too, that's gonna switch when it goes.
Okay. And this is the kind of design, when I'm doing it more 3D like this, I want it to be like kind of dainty and delicate and have a lot of different,
but what I'm seeing is,
I don't know, different elements, different shapes. So it's not just lines. I'm adding these little, like almost like little heart shapes in between to kind of give it a little bit of a different
but the close up
composition.
Don't want to see nails from this far away. I can't tell the quality. Right. I can't tell like how to do on the cuticle application. What are you hiding? That's right. Right. Oh, that's so funny. What are you hiding? You're hiding something funny. Which that sometimes is fine. Right. But yeah, that's so pretty. You're just anybody's like.
Love it.
False Pinkies, this is Kayla.
Okay.
Wow.
Guy so far, right? Just kind of cute.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
And I'm gonna have another guy down here.
Yeah, and editing. I'll adjust brightness. I'll adjust sharpness.
Because I want one to have a crystal in the center, so I want it a little bit more central to the nail. Because I don't really want to do crystals on the outside of the nail, unless it's like this one, it will be up by like the cuticle, so that's not really as bothersome as if it were like near the free edge.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you do what you want to do. No, that's okay. Some people have their filters and everything in a picture and they love it. And I usually am hiring
do these snowflakes a little bit different.
So yeah. Yeah, and that's good. But if it's overly sharpened,
and I'm using very light pressure just to kind of string all of these lines together. Okay, we're gonna add some little dots to the ends of these and to the tip of the little central pieces. I don't know what any of the parts of an anatomy of a snowflake are called.
I wonder if they have names.
Probably. Somebody much smarter than me could probably
tell
me. Yeah.
Tell us all the things.
And then we're gonna just add some little,
you can clip it.
yes, some little dots in between to kind of fill our empty space.
I don't overwhelm you. I can do this.
And since that it is already top coated, I don't want these to be too big. Like the little dots, I don't want them to be too big because I don't want a whole lot of texture on this. So the bigger they are, the more textured they are. So we're gonna just do this, and I could add like a sugaring agent, you know, if you wanted it to be more textured, you could add your gel art powder. But I'm just gonna leave it like this, and we're gonna cure, and then we're gonna go in with our crystals.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now, while you're waiting for that to cure, I decided that I didn't really love that last design, and that's okay. Sometimes we win and sometimes we lose. So instead, I'm going in because I felt like, well, it was a little bit animal printish. So I'm going to make an animal print snowflake or embossed design.
Yeah, like a sweatery zebra print.
Yeah,
cute.
So that's what I'm working on off camera while Rachel is doing her fantastic design.
Will you post a picture of your sweatshirt today so the masses can appreciate it? Bree, our cute friend, Glitter and Winks. If you don't know Bree, she's real funny, real talented, real weird. She has a sweatshirt on right now, and it is a picture of a skeleton with a Santa hat. It says "When you're dead inside," but it's the holiday season.
Even more so, though, I would like to see your beanie on the stories today.
I did post this.
Oh, good. I'm so happy.
All right. And now I'm going to take our Ugly Duckling Schtik It, and this is what we're going to use to get the crystals to adhere to the nail. And this has a little foam padding that's in the way. Hold, please. And our jar has seen better days, so don't judge me. I'm just going to give this a quick little stir.
Here's a tip.
And it's cold in here, so it's a little bit
here's a tip.
Congealed.
If it looks this way and you're like, what is happening? It will still work this way, and we're going to use it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're like, okay, but that kind of icks me out, what you want to do is get just a little bit of hot water, just a really small amount in a jar or in a bowl or in a cup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you have the lid on, and then just set that in the warm water. It will warm it up, and it will go back to being a clear gel.
Yeah.
So again, it can be used like this, but if that icks you out, you can fix it.
Yeah. Ours is also a little bit older, so it, tends to happen. And we keep our salon a little bit colder. Much to my mother's dismay, who does lashes. And her adhesive does not cure in the cold. All right, and I'm going to just use my little detailer brush and grab little bits of this, and I want some in the center of both of my snowflakes, so I'm just adding just a little dot. And then kind of finding places in the rest of the nail where I want more crystals. That is a lot. Maybe right here. Sorry, buddy. And then I'm going to just take my little crystal picker and drop the swatch on the towel, of course. And we're going to just stick the crystals where I put the Schtik It.
I feel like that's magical.
It really is.
I really like that you chose opal instead of AB because I think AB would fight against the green in the background, whereas this kind of blends in and makes it feels wintry.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And it's not as like intense in your face. It's just very subtle.
Beautiful.
Stunning. What would really be cute with that is like some tiny little caviar beads if you have some. That'd be very cute.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, just like a fun, simple,
it's gorgeous,
textured without being too textured design.
I love that.
Just super fun.
I love that. Okay, next up, I'm going to be using Luxio Essence. Beautiful.
Ooh.
This is a beautiful, warm...
That's a sweatery color if ever there was one.
Very much. A very wintry, warm, gorgeous color. Stunning. So I'm just going to be painting on, again, a thick layer because I don't want to have to do two because we're on a live. On a client, of course, I would do 2 regular layers. But as always with Luxio, because it's 100% gel, we get the joy of not having to worry about paper thin layers.
Yeah, man.
Rachel is spilling
the
crystals
thing was
everywhere.
Open. It was open.
Literal diamonds everywhere. Ooh, isn't that such a delicious color? Ooh, it's gorgeous.
Help.
Essence for the win.
Help me, I'm poor. Help me. I've got crystals all over this place.
You're like two-handing it.
All right, really quick. So my Luxio Dauntless, I put on the same gel play. I just made it into a zebra. Cute. So really, you can come up with all different kinds of designs for the winter. It can still be your client's style. It doesn't have to be those traditional sweater nail style if they don't want that. So you can easily do like this. So really fun. Okay, so our essence is cured. It needs about 10 more seconds. And then I am going to take off the inhibition layer, just like before. Again, we try to do this on every live because we feel like it's so important, and oftentimes it's a step that's missed. So you want to remove the inhibition layer because that little bit of color and that tacky layer can get into your matte top coat and really cause some issues. Yeah. So make sure you remove the inhibition layer before you use matte top coat. We of course don't do this with shiny. It only matters with matte. Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be cute. I can already tell.
Because of the color.
Yeah, this really is like such a perfect, like, wintry, sweatery color.
Yep, Luxio Essence for the win. Love this color. All right, we're gonna give that a cure.
Ooh, looking at the little icon of where to buy essence at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
That's
a delicious manicure, isn't it?
It really is just a beautiful manicure.
Yeah.
Makes me want to wear it.
Beautiful color. I think that Essence gets missed because Sterling is that traditional warm gray, but Essence has a more like a deeper grayish.
Yeah. It's just so like warm, and it's like a cozy.
Yep.
Just like a cozy brown gray. I don't know.
It's good.
Taupey.
Taupey, yeah.
Taupey. Yeah.
Yep.
I love the gradient manicures with Essence.
Oh yeah, and like cashmere.
Oh yeah, and Hush. Oh. Luxio Hush for the win.
Yeah, that really is a great combo.
Yep. Which would make a really great sweater nail combination.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
If you could easily do sweater nails like on all of them, or you could pick one and do a sweater nail on the one, but have the gradient also be part of the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Gorgeous. So again, the Ugly Duckling matte does have a little bit of a tacky layer, so make sure that you take that off once it's fully cured. And now I'm going to go in with, well, first I'm going to do 2 parts here. So first thing I'm going to do is go in with some Line It White, and I'm going to create a snowflake design. You can either have it coming from the cuticle area or from the free edge. I'm going to choose the cuticle area, and I'm just going to create...
Yes. And I had a lot of people
Just you can do a couple. You could do one big one, but I just want it to be wintry up in the corner.
Yeah, I like it. I love this like hack for snowflakes. It really makes it so much easier.
This one makes it so much easier. So once you have on your dots, you want to remove all of the gel paint from your bristles. And then just with a very light hand, we're going to grab the most of the gel from the center one. And then, I already am off a little bit, but that's okay. You just pull down. Yep.
So cute.
I feel like when I do these designs, I need glasses because I'm always like, did I get right in the center? I don't know.
Right, it's hard because they're like so small too. It's like so dainty. But if you're wanting to do more of like a dainty, easy snowflake, this is definitely the way to go.
Yep, so easy. So very quick snowflake. Now I could put like like the bigger dot and then just make the snowflake
just like a little
starburst, right? Or you could go in just with like little snow pieces, like what Rachel did on her last one. But whatever you choose to do here, you want it to only be on the top half.
Yeah.
It's the whole building. Yeah. Is it made as a salon suite or is it just like a business building? It's a business building.
That's cute.
You could put another tiny little baby snowflake, but I'm a little bit shaky, and so I'm not feeling confident to do that. But like a tiny little, okay, maybe I'm gonna try. We can try. Yeah. We can take a deep breath, anchor that elbow into your ribs, especially if you're feeling shaky. Make sure you have your fulcrum finger in place, and then just with a little bit of gel. We don't need a ton because when we're feeling unsure, the more gel you have, the more thick your lines will be.
Yeah, the more of a mess you can make.
Yep. So we want to use very light pressure. So make sure your elbow is in your ribs because we're going to be barely touching.
Yeah. Yep. I do 4 and 4, and then I do the thumbs. That's just okay. Yeah. So did you do any hard gel? I did. I think we did like 2 days of hard gel.
Ooh, that's cute.
Now what I can do is pick up just a little bit more. You could leave it just like this, or you could pick up just a little bit more gel and just barely touch the ends.
Give yourself some, I don't know, snowflake-like qualities.
Yeah, without having to do the intricate design of a snowflake.
That's a very like whimsical mid-century looking snowflake too.
Yep.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to give this a full cure. Now you could even go in just for 10 to 15 seconds. That would be fine. But what I don't want to happen is that it have any tacky layer. Line It White cures without a tacky layer in the lamp, and I want it to be fully sealed before I do the next part because I am going to be using gel art powder on the bottom half, and I don't want this to go matte. I want this to be shiny and this to be matte.
Cute.
So I'm going to go in for at least 10 to 15 seconds, if not a full 30-second cure, which is what it needs.
Yeah.
And then on my palette, I'm going to put a little bit of essence because I'm going to be using gel polish as my medium. Now, I don't love to use gel polish because it moves, especially when there's an inhibition layer. So by using it on a matte layer, at least it gives me a little bit more time without it spreading out, which is another reason why I love gel play is because it never moves. So
it's nice.
Always think about the medium that you're using and how quickly you will have to work, or if you need to remove an inhibition layer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is fully cured, which now I can easily put on my gel art powder when I'm done, and it won't matte my shiny design. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to actually switch to my striper instead of my detailer because I want to make big lines, and when using a gel polish, it moves quicker. It lays down flat, so I don't want to take a lot of time. I don't want to have to like inch the line along. I just want to make my lines and then be able to move on to my next design. So
Your Harry Potter tattoo? I have the same one on my finger.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, look at
Now
us.
we can do any type
love
of
that so
design.
much.
Here we could do big dots like this. And then we could do another line.
So this is the gel.
And then we could go in with the traditional sweater S like this. But I'm going to do it big. So I want to do it all in one go like this. And then I could end with another line. So there's my design. And you can do any design, make it really easy for yourself because, well, I make it easy for myself because I get nervous when I'm using gel polish as my medium. I know a lot of people love to use gel polish. It just makes me nervous because I'm not really an artist. I kind of just fake it.
We can pretend.
Yes. So I'm going to give that a full 30-second cure and then I can wipe off the excess.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Just take the whole table out.
Okay.
Just
Ooh, what you mixing?
Making sure that I can get away with
Rachel's
what
being
I
a
am
wizard.
doing. Just making sure I can get away with this.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Or if I need to change my shape of this.
All right, so we have a full cure. And now I'm actually going to wipe my duster brush on my pants because I don't want there to be shimmer on this design. And then remove the excess, and there you have it. You have a shiny on top,
so cute.
then matte on the bottom. And again, you can do any design on the bottom. You could make it thinner. You could make it all polka dots. I actually saw one that was all polka dots, and that was really cute too. So just something fun.
I love that.
So cute.
Just like different, like a combo of the
Combo.
two. I like that. Okay, I think I might do that one later. Finish that one later. But okay, next up, I'm making a mess, and that's what we're doing today.
Exciting.
I'm doing like a color block sweater design, so I'm just using Spirit and Suave, and I'm also making like a mixture of the two, so we have like a mid color, because I love the tone of both of these, but there's not a color that's like right in between them.
So is that
I'm
what
mixing
this
it. Yeah. So I'm mixing it on this palette.
Okay.
So we're gonna add. I've got like I wouldn't say like a 2-to-1. I'd say like a 2-to-3. Like if it were like out of 5. So it's like not half, but it's just like barely more than half of the lighter color.
Got it.
And I was going to do a chevron, but I think I am going to just do that later to see if I actually like it.
Okay.
So that one's just going to stick
Put that one to the side.
Because as much as I love a chevron, I don't actually.
Let that not be a trend that comes back.
Yeah. But we're going to do kind of a, I don't know how to describe it. Just a color block of 3 different blues. So I'm gonna start with this one since it's already in my hand. And I'm going to do like less than half of this is gonna be this medium blue. The nice thing with color block is that it doesn't even have to be all like the same color family. Like you could do blue and yellow and black, or like all kinds of.
It doesn't even have to be warm tones, cool tones. It could be anything.
You can literally mix them all together. Just look up like color block sweaters.
Yeah,
and there's so many different combinations of colors that are just like so fun. Okay, and I'm just going to lock this for like 15 seconds just so it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
And then I will add the other two.
And I'm thinking, like, I need something it'll fall off of. Right.
Can we just talk about how pretty Suave is while we're waiting? Like, just this beautiful, it's like a gray periwinkle. kind of color. A little bit of blue, a little bit of gray, a little bit of periwinkle. Like, it's just
gorgeous. Yeah, it is. It's so pretty for wintertime.
Right. And then we're going to do kind of like half and half.
Oh, I
Other
like
blues
that.
on this side.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to try and do them in one coat so that I don't have to go back in and do a second coat.
If you were doing this on a client, would you do the same? Try and get it in one coat?
Probably not.
Probably do it in two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be safe. Just to make sure I didn't mess anything up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we lock that.
Okay.
And then the nice thing with using colors, like, even though they're semi-cured, but they still have like that inhibition layer, I can still like wipe off any extra with whatever brush I'm using. Like how I had a little bit of overflow on this and just wipe it off with my painter. It's just very nice.
That's really nice, actually. This color family situation, these colors that you've chosen, really nice.
Hey, thanks. I was trying to think like Sarah.
And the blues?
The blues. Because, you know, I would have done like orange or something if it were my color palette. So trying to get out of it.
I chose Dauntless. You chose blue. Look at us growing. We're growing.
This is called character development.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. And that is pretty dang good. I'm going to just wipe off the tiniest little bit of overflow and then cure that for the whole 30 seconds. And then what we're going to do is kind of like 3 different mini sweater designs.
Cute.
In each of those.
Using what color?
I mean, I could do, because I'm going to do them textured. So I could do them just with the color that I have.
That you mixed?
Yeah. So instead of doing it with like a gel paint, just using the gel polish that I already have mixed, or I could do it with a top coat.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what we're feeling. So that is cured the whole time, and I'm going to wipe off my sticky layer. So we have no mixing, because that all would have ended up in my top coat, and that is not a good time, especially with dark colors where there's a ton of pigment. You want to make sure that you are wiping off before you top coat.
And again, if you're new, this only counts for matte. It doesn't count for shiny.
Yeah.
Can you send me everything? That's amazing. That's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna get those. And they have so many of those.
Somebody's plenty, but that's fine.
That's beautiful already.
Okay. You have 20 more minutes.
Gorgeous.
Love it. All right. And then we're going to cure for the whole time. And then we're going to add in some sweatery elements. I think I might just use the gel polish colors.
Okay.
That will just be easier to kind of like differentiate and to see on top of the matte top coat. So we're going to just add a little bit of each color on my palette.
Yes.
It's fine. I'm just thickening it up a little bit. If it gets cured on the palette, it's fine.
Would just be the most unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send them to me. That would be great. Do you have the app? What? Do you have our app? Yeah, the phone. Oh, yep. Yes. Can I have your phone? And I can just add them to your Yes. Or add them to your list. That'd be way easier.
All right.
Waiting for just one nail is always
60
like,
seconds.
it always
feels
feels so long.
Uh-huh. All right, here you go.
I was so nervous because I'm
So cute.
And we wipe off our sticky because this mat has a tacky layer.
I have to, I need to do something, you know?
Love it.
And I normally, if I'm doing a sweater nail, this is the lightest I will go color-wise for sweater nails, because they are porous, more than just being like porous by using a matte top coat, but because there is actual texture in the sweater part. I try to steer clear of lighter colors because they will get messier much quicker, but this one is up towards the cuticle, quote unquote. So it won't see as much won't see as much action.
Right. As your free edge does, huh?
Yeah. So, you know what? I might even... No, it's okay. Just do different ones.
So what I was doing, this is...
And like I said, I'm just using the same gel polish color on top of the top coat.
Oh, yes. So like a luminary fill. Would you do this? It's not like don't right? Yeah, just a luminary mani or overlay. Okay, so I was doing
So good.
fills then. So I need to change that. Okay.
I almost just stuck it in the dark blue. Oops, that would have been dangerous.
Luminary overlay, 60. That's fantastic. I started at 60. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Because most people, I have clients coming in, they charge $13. I'm like, what are you doing? That's a charge for good supplies, my friend. That's a good range then? That's fantastic. And are you charging for nail art? Are you including nail art? Did you see the nails I did? That you're charging or you don't? Yeah. Are you lying to us? I didn't charge. I'm telling you right now, I did not charge. So I added on here. Okay. Nail art varies in price depending on time and the difficulty, 5 to 20.
So are you going to do the same design on each
nail art is
sweater block?
No.
$3
What?
Or I might, and just kind of like do like I'm doing the same variation of the same sweater design,
Okay.
but moving it.
Oh, that is cute.
But since I'm doing this in gel paint or in a gel polish, and it's runnier than a gel paint, and since I'm doing sections at a time, I'm going to cure one section at a time.
Okay. Are you going to fully cure, or could we get away with 10, 15 seconds?
I'll do like 20 just to be safe.
Make it hard enough.
Yeah, since it is more 3D, I don't want it.
Although, yeah, and I would say you need to have it hard enough that when you remove the dust, because you can't have dust on the next section, right? So you have to have it hard enough that it's not going to swipe away your gel polish, right?
I had a nail tech chew me out. Yeah. She yelled at me.
All right. So we are right at about 30 seconds. Here we go.
If you charge me and then they're going to tip 25% on top of that. That's $100.
And then we're going to just dust that off so I have nothing in my way of doing the rest of my designs. But like already, so cute.
Already so cute.
And then we're going to do the one underneath it.
I'm like, I'm such an idiot. Yeah.
Such a good idea to do it in color block.
Right?
No,
but I think I want to do this sideways.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I had this idea like last year and I never did it.
And then the nail art is
so really glad that we can come full circle.
Yeah, there isn't like a maybe if, ands, or buts. If you want nail art, there's going to be a cost for it. Okay. Like if I draw 2 dots on your nail, there is a cost.
So you can see where I've touched that part of the other sweater nail, it has already started to spread. So I'm going to try and go fast with the rest of this so that it doesn't spread throughout all of the powder, because it's kind of like adding watercolor paint to something and it just
that's interesting
spreads.
And something I didn't know happened, so we're all learning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this open for you so you can work fast.
Hey, thanks, bud.
And pour that on. You bet.
Okay, we'll do the same.
That's the nice thing, is that when you're in a hurry, you can literally just repeat the pattern. You don't have to come up with a new pattern.
Yeah, there's no point in that because it's going to be cool just by itself. I don't need to come up with anything crazy.
Right.
Pork roast this morning, so we'll have like shredded pork sandwiches for dinner. Oh, just in the crock pot. I'm so proud of you. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Just add everything. Okay. I don't care what my husband says. It's not his. But that actually kind of looks cool.
It is
spreading to the other.
It actually, I was gonna say, like in a sweater, they have to combine
your fabric,
the fabric, right?
Your yarns have to
and
mix.
So it works.
It does. All right, and we go for another 30 seconds. Now I have powder all over my gloves.
Yeah, and it's super fine silk.
This is cool.
It's fun. Really fun. What a great design this.
Yeah.
I love it.
If you guys attempt a color block sweater like this, I want to see it. So will you please tag me in it? Thanks so much.
Definitely. All right, here's this for you.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Last one.
Last
Dust
one.
that off.
So cute. What a cute idea.
Right? That actually is so cool where it mixes.
It's pretty awesome.
That's rad. All right, and then back into this color that I mixed.
The starter, so I need the primer. Wait, I don't know if the primer came
In the starter kit?
It came with 3 things.
It came with primer, luminary, and top coat.
Okay, so it did then.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I can't remember what it came with. Okay. The oil, for sure, the oil.
That is going to be on.
Oh, a different website? Okay.
Okay, I did most of it, and then you let me know. You can just go to your wish list and see, and then
See everything.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And I'm gonna give this to you. Yes. This is everything.
I will say this is more of a time-consuming one than I thought.
Right.
So if you are going to attempt this,
Have time.
have time. Give yourself a few more minutes than you usually would.
One way to cut down on time is to do thicker gel polish so that you don't have to do 2 layers. So make sure that each color block has enough that is pigmented enough you don't have to do 2 layers. That will cut down on time.
Yeah, use colors that are more pigmented so you don't have to.
I'll take the clipboard too. So cute. Yes. Oh my gosh, seriously, this was 100% worth it.
I'm so excited. Yeah, you're gonna do great, and you're already killing it. So it's only gonna get better.
And then choose designs. The other way to speed up is choose designs. Like on her third one, how she's made her S's bigger. Choose designs that take up more space, and that will also speed it up.
Yeah, more spread out.
Mm-hmm. So cute.
No, I do.
Love it.
Roll these out.
Okay, put that in.
That's so fun.
Okay.
Just like a
Love.
fun, chunky sweater.
I hope everybody watching is inspired because that was so great. Love it.
Just ooh, and there's something about when you've got like the.
It's on mine too.
Oh, that's actually
It's like so smooth and velvety.
That's so satisfying.
Yep. Yeah, gel art powder gives just the finest, most smoothest texture.
Sand, like
It's lovely.
What is that? Like a magic sand? Is that what that's called?
Oh, like the kinetic.
The kinetic sand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what that feels like.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
All right, and then we dust it off. And
Remove your dust.
freaking cute is that?
So cute.
That's so
It's
fun.
absolutely adorable.
got
All
one
right.
here.
Yep, absolutely. So
Ew.
all things embossed, different ways, different takes, different things that you can do with this season we're in, sweater nail season, right?
Yeah.
So the key takeaways is to remember that you don't want to use lighter colors. So using colors like Luxio Forever or even
Like
Polar or
whites,
Koi.
grays,
You want to
light
stay away
grays.
from all of those lighter colors and go with a darker color palette because these are porous and so they will stain.
Yeah.
Make sure that I was thinking about it and how I could have made this straight is by making lines to begin with, and then that would have kept my swirls straight down the middle, and then I would have had a better time.
Yeah. You kind of give yourself an outline to follow.
So something that I learned in doing that, but you can also just keep to your client's whimsy. You don't have to do traditional sweater nails. You can also just do fun designs that you would normally do. Half and halves are always fun. Beautiful, shiny in the background and with that shiny forefront.
Yeah, you can have textured without having matte because not everybody loves a matte top coat. Not everybody likes the feel of it, but this still counts as that textured 3D. You could even do a sweater design with this, with like your linets in like the gold or aluminum or rose or whatever, black or white. there's so many options with that.
And then the final, the most fun one, what a clever idea.
I want that on my nails.
That is so cute with the color blocking and the different sweaters going the different opposite ways. I mean, talk about a mashup. That is so cute.
Yeah.
So anyway, all of these products are available here in the Polish Pinkies Pro app, or of course at polishedpinkiespro.com. Next week, we will be inside of Instagram. So we hope that you will join us. And until then, have a great week.
Hold on. Dee Dee Mitchell does ask, you don't have to add any top coat to that sweater nail to finish it off?
No. So the point of sweater nails is that it has a texture.
Yes.
So if you are going to do traditional embossed, then you want to make sure you're putting the top coat underneath. You can do this same matte design on top of shiny. It just won't have the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely want the top coat underneath of the embossed design.
Yep.
Because if you put it over it, you won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't work out. In fact, let's just show you real quick with the one that I didn't really care for. Although it has that shiny, shimmery chrome from our previous live, that's all right. I'm going to just show you what would happen if you were to top coat over top of this. So with a shiny or a matte, it's just kind of fade away. You can kind of see it, but not really.
Yeah.
So even if this was a matte top coat, it would still... it just wouldn't have the same effect as these guys.
Yeah. Less sweatery. It's cool as like a kind of a 3D effect.
Sure.
If that's
you
what
can
you're
see
going
it.
for. Yeah.
But it doesn't have the same embossed feel.
Yeah.
So you do not want to top coat over top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions before